Poly TV crew was at Saidero Market today. Let's see what they have for us.
Èmi ni Alhaja Riskat Bọ́láńlé Ìdòwú, ìyálọ́jà ti ìlú Ìlaró. Lóòótọ́ la gbọ́ pé wọ́n máa ṣe protest, ṣùgbọ́n àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá a ti ṣe meeting ní ìyálọ́jà ní ọjà gbogbo àgbègbè tiwa níbí pé nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ protest ká máa fò sókè fò sílẹ̀ ni ju àdúrà lọ. Àwa àgbàlagbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá àdúrà là ń ṣe láti fi ran ìjọba lọ́wọ́ pé káwọn tó wà lókè kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé nǹkan ó ní agbára ní ìsìn ní agbára Ọlọ́run á sì gbàdúrà wa gbogbo ẹ̀ máa tò. Àgbàlagbà kì í ṣòro bí èwe, sùúrù ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Sùúrù lè fún wàrà kìnìún. Tá a bá ti ní sùúrù gbogbo nǹkan tí òtò ló sì máa ṣẹ́kù ní àgbègbè wa o. Títà rírà ń lọ, àwọn ò náwó sí ká máa fò sókè fò sílẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọjà tiwa. Àwa ń lọ tajà, à ń rajà, gbogbo ẹ̀ ń lọ déédéé nítorí pé àwa ò kì í tiẹ̀ àwa ò fẹ́ wàhálà ní eré àwa ń bì ju pé a ti decide pé àdúrà ní ká máa ṣe. Àdúrà ní ká máa ṣe. Àdúrà ló lè ṣe gbogbo tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí nítorí pé wọ́n tẹ̀ sọ fún àwọn ọmọ wa tó tún lọ sí ìdálẹ̀ tó lọ sílùú òkè wọ́n ní kì í ṣọ̀dọ̀ wa ní nǹkan náà ní nǹkan ti hàn wọ́n ná all over the world ní ìgbà tó bá sì ti yá all over the world kí la lè ṣe ju àdúrà lọ. Ó ti wà nínú Bible, ó ti wà nínú Al-Quran, àgbà tí irú eléyìí dé àdúrà náà fi ṣẹ́gun. Làwa náà ṣe decide pé àdúrà la máa fi ṣẹ́gun. Gbogbo àwọn tó lọ sí Mẹ́kà lẹ́nu ijọ́ mẹ́ta yìí tó dé wọ́n ní nǹkan ti hàn jù, gbogbo nǹkan ló hàn lọ́tún lósì, kì í ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan pé gbogbo àgbáyé nìkan ti hàn. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ àfi ká fàdúrà ká. Àdúrà àwọn pásítọ̀ wa àwọn mùsùlùmí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó lè máa ṣe ni pé ní chọ́ọ̀chì ní mọ́sìkì àdúrà báwa ìyá náà ṣe gbà pé ká máa ṣàdúrà. Àdúrà ló lè ṣe tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí o, kì í ṣe pé ká máa dún sókè ká máa dún sàlẹ̀ ká táà ń ṣe protest kan o. Ọlọ́run á sì ràn wá lọ́wọ́ gbogbo tó le á dẹ̀rọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Orúkọ mi ni Chief Mrs. Oduaro. A dúpẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ fún àlàáfíà tó wà nílùú Ìlaró àti gbogbo àgbègbè ẹ̀ pàápàá nínú ọjà yìí. Ìyálọ́jà ṣe akitiyan púpọ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àti gbogbo àwọn ẹmẹ̀wà wọn láti jẹ́ kí ìlọsíwájú kó wà nínú ọjà yìí. Gbogbo èrò kẹ̀kẹ́ tá à ń gbọ́ káàkiri kò dí ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ń bí rárá o, kò tiẹ̀ farahàn lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bí torí pé lánàá àwọn èèyàn sì wà náà ọjà níbí wọ́n kó ṣù wá, wọ́n kó epo wá, wọ́n kó ata wá, wọ́n wá kó gbogbo ẹ̀ wá. Ẹ̀rù tiẹ̀ ń bà wá láti lé wọn wípé kán máa lọ lé wọn láwọn kò síjà àti pé pàpà àwọn ti bá àwọn ọmọ àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé kò gbọdọ̀ síjà nílùú Ìlaró. Ìyálọ́jà dẹ̀ ṣe akitiyan gan láti bá àwọn olórí ẹgbẹ́ àti olórí ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ẹ bá àwọn ọmọ yín sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ilé. Báwo ṣe àjẹni bá a ṣe àjẹni torí pé jíjẹ mímu òun làwa ń wá káàkiri àdẹ̀ nípàdé ohun tí yóò jẹ wá. Ìyàdúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba yìí pé gbogbo rọ́kẹ̀kẹ́ ogun yẹn ọlọ́pàá sọ́jà wọn ti fi wọ́n sí gbogbo ìsọ̀rí kò sógun kò sọ́jà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa o àti nǹkan bí aago 6 láti wà nínú ọjà yìí tá a ti ń nájà.
Ọjà Saidero àwọn èèyàn wálé ní ọ̀nà àwọn èèyàn dẹ́rìn lọ kò sí wàhálà kankan, anybody lọ wọ́n ń bọ̀ kò sí wàhálà kankan, anybody lọ tó ń lọ wọ́n ń bọ̀, anybody gun machine tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀. Ọjà Saidero ọ̀nà lẹ́nu kò sí wàhálà, ẹnìkan ògbẹ́ ẹnìkan ìdáwàlà ẹnìkan ṣe wàhálà.
Kò sí wàhálà kò sí payà kankan fún wa nílùú Ìlaró. Ó ń lọ ọjà wọn dẹ̀ ń lọ dáadáa. Wọ́n ti sọ fáwọn ọlọ́jà pé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ protest ń bí o nítorí wọ́n máa jẹun. Tí wọ́n bá jẹun ṣé tí wọ́n bá ń lọ fò sókè tí wọ́n bá ń jà tí wọ́n ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣé yẹn ló fẹ́ yó wa ni. Àmọ́ wọ́n bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́ ọjà wọn ń lọ déédéé. Àwọn eléwédú ń tà, aláta ń tà, gbogbo wọn ló wá gbogbo gbèríko bí Ìbèṣè, Arárọ̀mí, àwọn ibi báyìí Abalabi, Owódé gbogbo wọn ló wá sọ́jà lénìí gbogbo ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ń lọ wọ́n ń tà wọ́n ń rà oúnjẹ náà ni wọ́n máa jẹ torí tí wọ́n bá ń jà tán ń ṣe protest kò sí nǹkan tán máa rí ń bẹ̀ ju pé kí wọ́n tajà wọn kó lọ wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n dẹ̀ jẹun owó náà máa mú délé.
ọjà Sayédèrò yìí ó kún wọ́n tẹ̀nà lánàá gan inú bíyà lọ́jà pé àná kì í ṣọjà èní ní ọjà gbogbo èèyàn dẹ̀ wà àwọn míì gbé nǹkan wá láti Ìbèṣè láti Ìgànmù láti ìgbèríko tó wà ní gbogbo Ìlaro yìí wọ́n wá síbí Ìjàdò Owódé Abalabi àwọn Abalabi náà máa ń kóṣù wá wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ta ọjà wọn kò sí wàhálà nílaro rárá ìfún gan gbà tá a dé gáràjì ta rò pé nǹkan máa ṣẹlẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ oníkálukú ń lọ ó ń bọ̀ mo dẹ̀ tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá lọ́jà nítorí ìyá lọ́jà sọ fún mi pé gbogbo yín ẹ lọ pàtẹ yín kò sí nǹkan kan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ìjọba ti sọ fún wa pé ká lọ jókòó sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù wa tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tajà báyìí lè ṣe máa rówó jẹun àjọ ọjọ́ márùn-ún tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí fẹ́ rówó da àfi kẹ́ ẹ wá sí ọjà gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ gbọ́ sí ìyá lọ́jà wọ́n dẹ̀ wà a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba wípé wọ́n tún fún wa lọ́lọ́pàá àwọn ọlọ́pàá wà ní kọ̀ríkọ̀rí kọ̀ọ̀kan ìfún gan nínú ọjà àwọn ọlọ́pàá wà ń bẹ̀ tí wọ́n wò pé tí nǹkan bá fi ṣẹlẹ̀ kí wọ́n mọ́nítọ̀ kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan kan nílùú Ìlaro kò sí nǹkan kan lọ́jà Sayédèrò wa yìí a dúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé o.
Welcome from that break. You are still on Poly TV show on Poly TV Ìlaro. I told us already that August 1st is still normal August 1st here, and our roving crew went out to Sayédèrò market today's market day, and every activity still going on like they've been going on. Having said that, let me welcome my guest to the program. I have with me here, Mr. Okay, he's going to introduce himself.
Thank you very much. My name is Rashid Olawale Adeosun. I'm a principal assistant registrar in the Federal Polytechnic Ìlaro. I'm in the Academic Board Matters Department of the Registry. Thank you.
All right, welcome to the program. Today is August 1st, and you'll be hearing the August 1st, August 1st, August 1st. We're going to protest. And is there anything, are you seeing anything like that? You're at work and you'll be seeing students. At least I also, when I was coming, I saw students. What do you say about August 1st? Are you feeling anything like protest?
Actually, before today, you agree with me that there is a kind of tension in the land concerning the proposed protest by some unknown group that said that they wanted to protest in the country. And if you look at this, our environment, I'm talking about Ìlaro here. Some people were like, what will happen? We did have to go to work, we did have to go to the market. But later on, we saw that everything has been going on smoothly in Ìlaro and its environment here. There is no issue. Everybody is going about its normal business. And if you look at the Polytechnic today, students are on campus, lecturers are going to classes, the administrators too. We are also in our offices attending to students and attending to outsiders that came around probably to collect certificates, transcript, notification of result, and some other things like that. Everything has been going on smoothly without any issues. And we agree with me that the management of the Polytechnic also issued out a memo to assure students and staff, the Polytechnic community generally, that there will not be any problem, to assure them of their safety as far as the Polytechnic is concerned.
So, nothing to
fear, nothing to worry about on campus and even within Ìlaro, because everyone is involved. There is a kind of good and cordial relationship between the town and gown. The Polytechnic is having a very good relationship with the community. That is what we do here in the Polytechnic. We call it Pike Off, where we have a kind of good and cordial relationship between the Polytechnic and the community in terms of the security of our students, of the staff. everything is going on smoothly.
All right, having said that, let me quickly take you to your office. You are the deputy registrar, and like you said earlier, what do you do in your office?
Thank you very much. I pray to become a deputy registrar, but for now, I'm still a principal assistant registrar in the academic board matters. If you hear academic board, that is the body that's in charge of the academic issues or matters as far as the polytechnic is concerned. I will say that that body is second highest body in the polytechnic after the governing council. You talk about the academic board. That body decide about the certificate examination results and everything that has to do with the academics on campus. The secretary to the board is the registrar. I assist in the writing of the minutes of the academic board. I equally assist in writing decisions of the academic board. We equally look at matters that has to do with convocation, look at the graduation list of students, and we do majorly things that has to do with the academics.
Okay, let me ask you like this. Since it's everything that has to do with academics, do you also handle matters concerning admission or prerequisites for admission or other things that are admission related?
Definitely, the academic board decide on the academic programs. They equally decide on the prerequisite for the academic program. Say, for instance, if you look at a course like mass communication, for instance, we are talking about at minimum of 5 credit paths in subjects like English language and mathematics. It is compulsory. You must have credit in at least credit in English and mathematics and any other social science courses and arts that are related to the mass communication department. If it's going to be courses in the engineering, you'll be talking about 5 subjects as well, at 5 credit subjects at O level. You'll be talking about English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, and some other courses that are related in that field. It is the academic board that decides on the prerequisites for all the courses that we have in the polytechnic.
All right. So apart from what you said, like assisting the registrar in writing minutes of the academic board, taking charge of the admission process, admission requirements, are there any other things that you do for the student?
Yes, there are a lot of things that we do here on campus. Before I became the PR Academic Board Matter, I have that privilege to have served in 4 schools within the campus. I was at the School of Engineering as a school officer. I served as the school officer, School of Part-Time Studies, school officer, School of Environmental Studies, and the school officer, School of Management Studies. And I organize students to make sure that as a school officer, like I said, I organize students to make sure that basically those faculty presidents, faculty associations, I organize them in order to make sure that they perform in line with the dictates of the rules and regulations of the polytechnic. In SMS, there is a particular, their body is NAMAS. I ensure that there is peace and cordial relationship between the executive arms and the student representative within the faculty. You know that if crisis break out of the department of the faculty, it will cause a lot of issues within the campus. And you know, School of Management Science, School of Management Studies, for instance, is the largest school on campus. Yeah, and for you to be taken to that school, it means that you have that experience to handle students, to handle anything that has to do with student matters. So, and there too, handling an issue that has to do with the school board, and those experiences were carried to the academic board matters. Basically, I've been doing things that has to do with students. You know, the primary assignment of students being on campus here is to learn, be ensure that they learn the right thing on campus. And I forgot to tell you earlier on that we handle issues that has to do with the calendar of the school calendar. With that, so when the program of the institution is fashioned or tailored along the academic calendar. So in the last couple of years, more than 15 years now, we've been maintaining a stable academic calendar. That's a plus to the Polytechnic, and that is one of the reasons why the Polytechnic has been the most sought after Polytechnic in Nigeria.
All right, let me also ask you, your office, your office right now, do you have, you say you manage calendar as well. Let me also ask you, do you manage the timetable, the school timetable as well, or that is being done by another office, or it has to pass through your office?
Good. To God be the glory. I am the secretary lecture timetable committee, and generally, as I said, it is the academic board that decide on this. Lecture timetable committee is a committee of the academic board. We decide on the scheduling of the lectures, and we look the lecture timetable of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro is done centrally by that lecture timetable committee. We consider so many factors before we fix class. We are going to consider the class population. We look at the space, availability of the space before we fix a particular class into a classroom. Those things are considered. All those things matters because we have to look at those factors before we do the timetable. And by the time we consider all those things, you will see that we are going to have a smooth academic calendar. We not put we have a student population of say 200. Now go and put them in a class capacity of 100 or 120. There is going to be crisis. As a result of that, you may have students staying outside the classroom, peeping through the window for lectures. But because of the class management, space management that we used to do at the lecture timetable, we've known how to do all those things. And I must tell you that we've gone beyond the way and manner we used to do lecture timetable in the past. In the past, it used to be manual. We prepare lecture timetable. That's why
I was about asking that.
Okay, we prepare lecture timetable manual, but now it is now automated. We started this idea basically during the chairmanship of the rector, Dr. M.A. Akinde. Is now the it was the chairman lecture timetable committee before he became the rector. So we toyed with the idea of having an automated lecture timetable, but under the chairmanship of Dr. Olaiju, we now have an automated lecture timetable committee, automated lecture timetable. And if you now look at things, the way we do things is now seamless.
All right, this automated timetable you said, is it like a software or is it like a software, or is an application that will just generate maybe a particular class will have this lecture is going to hold in this class, or how did you arrive at that automated timetable?
Thank you very much. Before we got that, we try as much as possible to perfect the lecture timetable from the manual. If you don't get it right from that manual aspect that I told you earlier, and there is no way to get that automated, and we developed a software for the automated lecture timetable. It was done locally by members of the lecture timetable committee. We defend this lecture timetable at the academic board. Like I said, it is the academic board that decide on the academics, anything that has to do with the academic in the Polytechnic. So this idea of automating the lecture timetable was defended at the lecture timetable at the academic board. So and we are looking at the way and manner we can have a kind of we can own this idea to the Polytechnic, so that whenever any institution want to have a kind of idea, want to borrow this kind of idea from us, they will always give the Polytechnic credit.
All right. So once a student finishes here now, and the students needs maybe transcript from that school, how early can the transcript be ready for the student?
I tell you, within 24 hours. This is the Federal Polytechnic. That is why we are trying as much as possible to become #1 in everything. We've automated everything. We've automated everything that we are doing on campus here. Say, for instance, results.
Yes.
If to get your results, you can be anywhere and get your results. You don't need to come to the Polytechnic. In the past, it used to be they will paste your result on the board. You don't need to do that. Even our transcripts, like I said, is automated. Everything is online. You get to the portal of the Polytechnic, www.federalpolyilaro.edu.ng. You get some of this in transcripts. If you want to apply for transcripts, there is a portion for graduates. Click on the graduate. Click on the graduates. Now go to the what's it called? Transcript. Click on it. Class correction. You now input your information there. By the time you submit, within 24 hours, I tell you, and you pay the necessary fee. The officers in charge, they are doing wonderfully well. They are members of the registry. They will process the transcript. They will provide you. They will tell. If wherever you want it to be sent to, you will have filled it inside the form that is submitted on the portal of the Polytechnic. I tell you, you get the result within 24 hours. Maximally, you get it within 48 hours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Rasheed Olawale Adeosun, for being on the show this afternoon. All right, viewers at home, that was Mr. Rasheed Adeosun, and he has just told us everything you need to know about his office, what they do in the office, and everything you need to know about getting admission into the Polytechnic. We'll go for this break, then when we come back, I'll take you straight to our next segment. Welcome back from that break, and that was the interview, should I call it interview or gist, with Mr. Rasheed Olawale Adeosun. And from the Directorate of Students Affairs, I have another guest here, and that is the person of Mr. Akinwande Olorunshola Obiwole. That's the Chief Security Officer of the Polytechnic. Good day, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to Poly TV and Poly TV show, and I'm very delighted to have you here, and I'll be asking you things we need to know, and things we don't know, and things we want to know more about the Polytechnic. And I'll be asking from the security architecture of the Polytechnic, how have you been maintaining, or how have you been handling security issues or security matters in the Polytechnic?
Thank you very much. You have rightly said, my name is Akinwande Olorunshola Obiwole, the Chief Security Officer at Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. We have been trying our possible best since I've been employed into the head of the security unit of the institution. There are many challenges we faced in the past, like the courtesan activities when I was newly employed into the system. That was during Dr. Oloyo's regime. We try our possible best to make sure we minimize it in a citadel of learning like this. You cannot shy away without knowing that there's courtesan activities that is very rampant in institutions like ours here. But glory be to Almighty Allah, we've been able to cope all that in the past, and now there's peace and tranquility on campus. Both staff and students can move around in any time they like. They come to night classes. There are security men on ground that take care of all those things.
Okay, you said to minimum level, but since I've been in Laro, I've not heard any matter of courtesan. That's by the way. You said the major challenges you were facing, the major security challenges we were facing before was that of courtesan. But now, do you still have anything that is posing a challenge to the security of the Polytechnic right now, apart from courtesan, that we don't have again in the Polytechnic?
Yeah. that is the issue of theft up and down. You see people breaking into the offices, most especially in the night, cutting away some protecting properties. Those are the challenges we are having presently now at hand.
So these challenges, how do you handle them? How do you handle those challenges? How are you planning to curb such occurrence?
The present management has spent a lot of efforts to make sure this thing is stopped totally here. There are patrols. They've employed more security men on campus to monitor activities on campus, both day and night, 24 hours. Mostly the protecting assets. You see the security men up and down. You show there's a gadget, CCTV gadgets that's been planted in some protecting assets, and this has gone a long way to make sure there's a peace on campus. I have the farm, the Polytechnic farm. There are many machines there that are used for processing goods, and those places too. So you are telling us now that there are also security there even at night, as far as that place is, to other buildings in the Polytechnic. Yes, there's security personnel that's been deployed to that place. Now, if you go there now, you see that security have been put in place there. There's no much problem like it has been in the past.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwande Olorunshola Obiwole. And aside burglary and other things happening in the Polytechnic, is there any, apart from theft, is there any other thing that is posing a challenge to security, or probably from the students or from the indigent or of the community?
Our students, law-abiding students, they have not been giving us any problems at all. And the indigenous, we see now, like I said earlier, that the issue of cultism was what I met on ground. Now the issue of cultism is now within the indigenous. You cannot see any student going about cultism activities again. Everything that we used to hear about cultism is now in the town, not in the school anymore.
All right. So that means any student can walk anywhere. So far you are in the Polytechnic, you can go anywhere in the Polytechnic. Once you are a student with your ID card tag, one on your neck, you can go anywhere in the Polytechnic.
Anywhere, you can go to anywhere.
Anytime.
Mostly during the examination period, we see our students coming at night to come and do their night reading on campus.
Yes.
There's no, you cannot hear any challenges or maybe rape that we used to hear in some sister institution here. It doesn't happen in Ilaro here. Everybody have been going on doing things on their own. There's peace and tranquility on campus.
Okay, apart from inside the community, inside the Polytechnic now, how do you protect the students that are outside the Polytechnic? Probably maybe a student living outside the Polytechnic, they're having a security challenge outside the Polytechnic, maybe something that is suspicious is about to happen, or something suspicious is happening. How do they reach out to the Directorate of Students Affairs to come to their rescue?
Yeah, thank you. We have our standby security men on ground, both day and night. They used to be on standby, apart from the one that mounts our various beats on campus here. So if they have any challenges, they call us. They have our phone number in their hand. If this is what we can handle by ourselves, we go there, we bring them to the institution. If it is what we cannot handle, we contact the policemen outside in the police station. They've been trying a lot with us. Anytime we call them, they respond to our call every time.
So that means the Directorate of Student Affairs and the Security in Polytechnic are also maintaining a good relationship with the policemen in the town.
There's much synergy among us, that operates among us.
So you are telling us now that if there's any security challenge to any students, anywhere the student is, anytime the student calls, the student is going to be attended to.
As far as Ilaro town is concerned, no place in Ilaro that you have a student that is in distress and you call on us that we will not reach to that person in time with the help of the security agencies in the town.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwande Olorunsola Obiwole for coming on the show, on the program today.
Thank you.
I hope when next we call you to come, you are going to answer our call.
Sure. I will surely do that.
All right. So I still have more things to ask you here. You being the Chief Security Officer now, how do you, your men and women that are working with you, what is the synergy between, what is the cooperation between you?
They've been very cooperating with us, except some of them, you know, we recruit locally in Ilaro here. Some of them needs to be trained, and security job is to train and retrain every time. And the management of the institution, under the leadership of Dr. Akinde, I've been trying a lot of things for the security men, a lot of incentives, like giving them uniform that they have not been doing in the past there, and some other incentives. So that makes them to be more concentrated on the job.
So what serves as motivation to them that makes them work very well? You know, if you are working and apart from salary being paid, are there any other incentives that they get, maybe for doing a yeoman's job? Do they get these things? Do they get these things when they do something spectacular, or they only get those incentives probably at the end of the year?
Yes, at the end of the year, there's a program in which they award best security men and women on campus. We used to do it every December of the year. Men will be rewarded with a Bajaj Okada. You know, Bajaj motorcycle is very common here.
Yeah, new one.
Yeah, it's very costly. Most of this time is more than $1 million now that they are selling it. But the management is magnanimous enough to make sure they buy 2, 3, at times 4.
Wow.
To compensate security men. Not that the rest are not doing the job, but this motivates the rest that have not gotten the motorcycle to intensify efforts.
Okay. The bike for me. What about the women that are also working very well? Do they get compensated with something else, or is still the bike?
It's the bike. It's only the cleaner that they used to give a grinding machine and some other incentives. But for the security men and women, they don't say maybe one security is a security woman and she has performed credibly. Because it's a woman, they want to give her another thing. They do give bikes.
Still the bike?
Yes.
And that's expensive right now. Others that probably do others get compensation or probably another form of incentive rather than the bike for working, probably something they can take home since December, something they can take home. Like, okay, this after I finish working here, this is how the Polytechnic has compensated me for working from January to December.
Thank you. We have our security men are Christians. During the Xmas and the New Year, the management will give them some gift to take home for their family. Likewise, the Muslim believers, the security men and women too. During their Ileya or the other Ramadan period, they used to give incentives to them. All this just to motivate them to make sure they are doing the job.
Okay, how is the security measure in the hostel like? Do you also put security in the hostel as well?
Yes, we have a security men in the hostel, likewise the porters too. You can do very well. The work of porters in an hostel is just like a security work too. Because they will monitor the students. They know the time they go out, the time they came in. They have a timetable. They have a time that they can come into the hostel. They know the time they can go out too. And likewise, I used to post security men to complement the efforts of the porters in the hostel too.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwande Olorunsola Obiwole, for being with us. That is Mr. Akinwande Olorunsola Obiwole, the Chief Security Officer of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, and it's with us on Poly TV show. He's with us, and that is what he has been telling us about the security architecture in the Polytechnic. Thank you so much for being with us. So apart from, okay, let me ask you this way. The phone lines that the students call on, That means there must be somebody there that will pick the call every time. Is that what you're telling us? Like if I call maybe like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. that I'm feeling suspicious that I think I'm having some threat to life. If I call by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., somebody will be there to pick the call.
There's no time that our students call on us.
The phone is always open.
Giving them our hotlines. Like me now, I still have a boss, apart from director, the Shama Campus Security Committee in person of Dr. Akinleke. Their phone number, his phone number is with them, with the students. They don't hide it, they give it out to the student. If they call my own line, maybe because of the network is not going on, they call another person. So anytime they call on us, so one of us will pick the phone and respond to their challenges immediately.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Akinwande Olorunshola Obiwole. We will go for another break. When then we come back, we go straight to our next segment, and which is Students Platform. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that break. Don't forget you're still on Poly TV Laro, and it's still Poly TV show. I have another guest here, and this is Student Platform. You know how we roll it. I have with me here Samuel Oluwaseun Adeyinka. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
How has been your day?
It was bright and cool.
I can see. My day has been good as well.
Yeah.
Today is August 1st. How are you feeling it? August 1st, I was seeing protests, here, this and that, here, posted here and there. Well, do you feel anything like that here? August 1st, to me, it's still August 1st, Thursday. What about you?
Well, August 1st, you know, let me say Happy New Month.
Yeah, Happy New Month.
We'll start with that.
Thank you. Yeah.
And well, to our side, I think it's normal August 1st.
Yeah, August 1st.
I don't even know if anything is happening, but I just know it's August 1st.
That means Larry is peaceful.
Yeah, very peaceful.
Thank you for that. Yeah, you are a student, and you are being an entrepreneur as well, same time as a student. How do you run this thing? How do you run the scope?
You see, this question people ask me because if I tell them at times that I'm a student and also I'm into business, they will ask, are you running a part-time program? I'll say,
wait, what department?
Okay. Well, once again, my name is Samuel Oluwaseun Adeyinka from Department of Music Technology, HND1.
Wow. So can you sing as well?
Yeah, yes.
All right, so how do you run it? How do you go about it? Going for lectures and still doing your business?
All right. So like I said earlier, people ask me, am I running a part-time program? Or because when I tell them I do my business and school together, I'll tell them I run the full-time program and as well I run my business. It has not been easy.
Yeah, of course,
it has not been easy. But you see, there's a rapport that you must set as your foundation between yourself and your lecturers, because you must let them know what you are going through and how you are running your business. Although my business is not business that I will have to leave the entire community.
Which business is that?
Okay, I'm into real estate, consultant, selling of land, property, and the likes. Yeah, exactly. So when I have my clients maybe I have a client I want to go for inspection, maybe I have allocation, I'll just have to talk to my lecturers that I have the courses. So, sir, I have to visit my client for this and that, and you know, a good rapport with my lecturers, and with that, I have a very smooth running of my business, and it's not affecting my academics.
So how do you handle your study time? You know, going for business, going for class. Probably you might just go to class, then come back when you say, okay, let me check what we did in class today. Let me read something, or let me take a nap. And I might. What if you get a call from a client that, come, let's go to the site.
To the site.
How do you manage that?
Well, firstly, on that aspect, I have to divide myself. You know, there are a set of students. We have the lower grade, the average, and we have the top class, the juniors. I think I belong to the average students. But you see, I'm a kind of person that I make friends with the juniors, that I know they are the one topping the class. So with that, once I'm away from the school, I'll just have to come back. Okay, so
And they put it
bro,
through.
what do you have for me? How today's lecture, how did you go about it? And once they introduce me to it, I go online the more to search more and make my researches about that same course. Then I'm good to go.
So once your classmates put you through what they've done in class that you might have missed or that you didn't get the full part, they just put you through, then you read on your own.
Yes, I read on my own, and if it warrants me to walk up to my lecturer to even ask that, okay, sir, I missed this class, and this particular course, I'm not so clear about it, because there are some courses even people in class will not understand until I walk up to the lecturer, and they have been nice enough to explain to me and to actually come down to me to have a rapport.
That means they are friendly with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, real estate now, do you handle your clients now? Do you only have clients only in Ilaro, or you have clients outside Ilaro?
Okay.
Because if you have outside Ilaro, I don't know how conducive or how easy it would be for you to leave Ilaro, to leave school, and go out to attend to them.
All right. Well, my real estate business, particularly, I don't base in Ilaro. Yes, I think I just begin to make rapport in Ilaro here. I deal with Lagos clients, Ibadan clients, Abeokuta clients. So once I have a call from the client or a message that, okay, I need to get this property, but I have to see it first, because we have so many categories of clients. There are some people that have the trust in you already, that once they pay the money, they have a good land. But there are some that will tell you they want to inspect it.
To see what they want to pay for.
See what they want to pay for. So I will just create a time. If I ask the client, okay, are you okay by weekend? If the client is okay by weekend, fine. Then I don't have lectures. Then I just have to.
Weekend I don't have lectures.
My weekend I don't even stay at Ilaro at all. So, but there are someone that will tell you that tomorrow I have to be there. Okay, no problem, sir. Just message my lecturers. I will check my timetable. I have so man. I have so person. Okay, so I will not be in school tomorrow. I just have to attend to something so urgent. Then I just travel down to the person for inspection, and the person see, and we are good to go.
So you've not carried out any transaction, or you've not done any real estate business in Ilaro currently?
Well, like I said, I'm just coming up with Ilaro environment. I think I started with the rapport with Ilaro property last month. And I make a sales last month around that Marafa area. So gradually, I think if possibly there are better place for me to at least, in Ilaro, to just base and look for where I can give my clients that are okay for them, then I'm good to go.
Okay. You are a student of Department of Music, School of Communication, and you said you sing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what type of song, or is it band or hip hop, reggae, gospel, or which one?
Okay. Well, like you already analyzed, there are so many types of genres of music.
Yeah, genres.
Basically, I'm a trumpet player. I don't do much of vocal, but I specialize on classical music, purely classical, because the church whereby I'm trained from before I even have the mind to come and study music, we deal with hymns and classical, and so I base on classical music.
So you play trumpet?
I play trumpet.
For classical music?
For classical music, and well, I extend to other genres, but I base on my classical, because I don't want any other genres, so I jack my classical background.
So they want to base it, and you don't want to be jack of all trades, master of none. You want to be master of classical.
Actually, with other instruments, I touch other genres, but when it comes to my trumpet, I try to restrict myself to my classical style.
Master of classical. So how do you also run that? Your practical, of course, you'll be doing practical, right? You go to your studio, you do practicals. How do you run those things now? Lecturer says, okay, come to practical by 4 o'clock, and a client says, let's go to the site by 4 o'clock. How do you run it?
Yes. On that aspect, I have to check for the priority. The practical I'm being called for, if it is because the lecturer will give you the style you have to, a kind of music, maybe let's say Ebenezer Obey, we just tell you at the beginning of the semester that you are going to present it. So if that practical section is within my students, like we students that we need to call ourselves for rehearsal, there is something I can skip. Okay, I'll just tell my leader, please, I won't be around for this rehearsal. I will have to cover up. Just tell me my part and I go for my business. But if it warrants that is the lecturer, because there's something we call preview. So if it is time for that preview and I have clients, I can actually plead with my clients that, okay, please sir, I'm a student, because I used to tell my clients that I'm a student, because I just have to make them understand that, okay, I'm a student, and so I will have to plead, okay, I have a practical section in school that is very urgent, because let's take for example, I have an exam. I can't just leave the exam to go and meet the client. So I just have to know how to bargain with my clients. Okay, sir, I'm very sorry. Or if I have a friend around that I know that and I trust, okay, please, and is capable, please help me attend to this client. And I give the person his shares, then I have my shares, and that is how we run.
I'm also capable.
No problem.
So that's where you are going for practical, just standing for it.
Okay, well, maybe you are capable in this section.
I can,
but when it comes to real estate,
no, you train me that segment as well, so I'm capable.
Okay, maybe after the show.
Yeah, I'll be standing in for you so that I'll be having the shares together.
Okay, now.
Thank you so much, Samuel Oluwaseun Adeyinka. And how has it been studying music? How has it been in the Polytechnic?
Well, all right. I think I came into this Polytechnic not as a music student, though.
Wow.
My first admission was civil engineering.
You have been engineering.
Civil engineering, yeah. So, but you see, challenges came all the way because my parents then, school fees, and I had to drop out. So, but at the verge of dropping out, then the creation of music department, that was 2018. So I have to take another jump and put in for my admission music technology 2019. And I remember during that year, 2 days to the convocation, I lost my dad.
Wow.
And I just have to gather myself up and finishing my ND2. I think 2 papers to go, I lost my mom. And so these are part of things that kept my feet running, that I just have to do something, because I was left with 2 siblings to take care of.
Wow.
One is in accountancy and the 2 now, and the other one just finished his SSC.
Still in Polytechnic, the one in accountancy is still in this Polytechnic?
Yeah, still in this Polytechnic. Wow. Still in this Polytechnic. So those are the things that really opened my eyes to being a student and working, because I'm a kind of person, even when my parents are alive, I don't like to depend on them. I just like to do my things because I know that I am a man enough, I just have to do it. So, you see, putting business together with academics is kind of tough.
Yes.
Because you have to think, you have to balance it. And by God's grace, during my ND days, I graduated with distinction.
Wow.
And because I believe I can do it.
With all the ups and downs.
With all the ups and downs. Because I don't look at it, because whenever anything happens to me in life, I just count it that it's part of the journey. But I don't just have to stop. There are times, I think 2 years ago, June 2022, my house got burnt here in Ilaro.
Wow.
And everything that I've even worked for gone.
Yeesh.
But I just have to, because I think I believe there's no limit to what I can do. So these are the things that opened my eyes to business. I started as a school teacher, teaching music from secondary school to secondary school. Although I don't forget that background, but I took my real estate business so serious, because I know that it is the one paying me the real money to sponsor myself.
How did you become a real estate consultant? You said when you were in church, right from when you were Shankolo, you said you've been
into music.
Yeah, into music. How did real estate come into the picture?
you know, there are some times in life you know that what you are doing is not enough.
Yes.
And that you just have to add up to something. So I was challenged by somebody though. You know, when you see somebody younger than you doing something, you think, "Ah, I wish I can do this too." Although the younger person then is, you know, all these our young people nowadays, how they get their money.
I understand.
But you know, I love things that are legit. So I saw a post of somebody posted there an house, a land for sale, and I said, I can help you market this. What is my cut? What is my share? He said, no, now instead of you getting my shares from me, you can get it direct from the company. I said, is that true? He said, okay, if it's do this, you get so percent commission. Wow. Oh, really? Okay. Can I join the company? How much will I pay? Said, okay, for a start I should pay, I think 10,000 naira.
Is it still 10K so that I will join tomorrow?
Well, actually, maybe after the show we'll talk about that.
All right, no problem.
So I just have to source for the money, then pay it. And I was giving some classes on how to market, on how to do this, and how to do that. That even for my real estate, I don't have to leave and come and stand in the company. I can do it wherever I am.
Remotely.
Wow. And that is how I just start the journey. And well, it's not easy at start. There are times I think of stopping or dropping out of the business. But you see, when the commission comes in, it's worth the stress and everything. So, and that has kept me going.
I'm very sure you don't feel like dropping it now.
I can't even drop it anymore.
All right, this is what we are going to have together with Samuel Oluwaseun Adeyinka, 21 students, Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, Music Department, Music Technology Department. That's the department he studies. And he's an entrepreneur into real estate and as well, also a music teacher.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much.
Right back, stay glued to the station, Poly TV Ilaro.
Well, my name is Folakemi, and I'm a HND1 student of SLT, microbiology option. So I feel the protest is a good thing, but there are so many ways that we could communicate with our governors the government, that it could get to us and listen to us. The social media, for example, is a very big and huge platform that they all see whatever is going on there. And then we feel like with our cooperation and like with our one voice on the social media, they can get to listen to us, and there would be implementations on what to do and all of that. But personally, why I'm not joining the protest in Ilaro is because Ilaro is a very peaceful town, and the school has given us directives that nobody should protest, that all school activities are to be continued, and we don't want to go against the students' union, we don't want to go against the school directive. So that is why I personally am not joining the protest here in Ilaro.
So what advice would you like to give those that are ready to go for the protest, or those that are already in the protest?
Well, if I'm allowed to say it in Yoruba, what's this adage that they say? I forgot, but just stay safe. Stay safe, because these governments, they don't send anybody papa. Just stay safe. So take cover. If anything happens to go wrong, take cover. Find the nearest place where you can hide yourself and protect yourself, because if you die, you die in hell. There are so many people that are gone already that we are yet to get justice for them. So whichever way, just try to protect yourself. My name is Folakemi, HND1 microbiology option SLT.
Actually, the need for protest is actually not something that should be done. Actually, I don't see a need for any protest, because we are actually ahead of our future in, let me say, few months. That's October. So months are ahead of us to be done. So I don't think having a protest should be a tedious something. We are coming back from class now. Since 8 a.m. we've been in school. So actually, there's nothing much about having a protest. In HND2, I'm in HND2, 400 level student. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Precious Ogneji.
I'm in ND1 taxation department, and I'm just coming back from class now. There's no protests. FPI is very peaceful. There's no protests. I just come back from class. Thank you.
My name is Osaboye Deborah Osarime. I'm in ND1 public administration. So concerning the protests, everywhere is peaceful. Nothing like protests here. Lectures are going on. Nothing is happening here. Yeah. So I'm done with lectures for today. So Ilaro is peaceful. No protests.
I'm Emanuela Haburu. I'm from Edo State. I'm in ND1, Mechatronics Engineering. The protest here is very calm and peaceful, and we have not been seeing protests. We are going to class. We are safe. In FPI here, we are okay. Thank you.
I'm Ridwan by name. Yeah, normally I don't see any reason for protest because protest sometimes may turn to violence and it can cause so many damage either to our infrastructures, even to economic as well. The economic that we are fighting against, that it should be right when there's protest. It may lead to so many things and that may cause so many bad impacts and negative impact on our economic as well. Thank you.
My name is Olobade Aderonke. We had our classes, there was no protest, everywhere was peaceful.
My name is Omotola Olainka. I'm a student of FPI, Microbiology HND1. There's no protest today, we were just in class and everywhere was peaceful. There was no fight or anything.
Everywhere is peaceful, there's no protest everywhere because I'm just coming from Ibadan, and since all the while that I've been coming, I don't see any protest, and even inside the school everywhere is peaceful and everything is going on smoothly.
I'm Sunday Kudafoke by name, a student, HND1 student, Survey and Geoinformatics. So presently I'm on my way from class to my place. So the school is peaceful. As we all know that the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro is one of the peaceful school and one of the peaceful environment to dwell. So presently the school is peaceful, no any protest that is going on.
As you can see, there's no protest like the students have been saying. They'll be going to their classes and they are coming back. Many of them are coming in now, and some of them are through with their classes and they are going back to their houses. So inside Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, there's no protest, and as well, outside the school, there's no protest. Everywhere is calm, everywhere is peaceful. So the students, as you can see, they are coming from their classes, and some of them are just going now, like I said earlier. So as it is, everywhere is peaceful, and we are glad to inform you that there's no protest in Ilaro, there's no protest in FPI. The students are well behaved, they are going to their classes, and those that have gone to classes, they're already coming back. And you can see, even outside the school, the students are not protesting, they are living calmly and they are moving around as they have been moving around. Thank you. Yeah, that was the interview with Samuel Oluwaseun Adeyinka, student of music department, HND2 and Federal Polytechnic Ilaro here. And we have been on the show for a while now. You are still on Poly TV Ilaro, and the program has been Poly TV show. If you talk about, the protests, we are not protesting in Ilaro. Area is peaceful in Ilaro. And as well, we had a gist, we had the interview with from the office of the Directorate of Student Affairs, and we had Mr. Obiwole Akinwande Olorunshola, that is the Chief Security Officer of the Polytechnic. And Samuel just left now, and I think we have come to the end of the show, and don't forget, the show will still come up. Join us whenever we are going to have the show, and join us as well when the show comes up next. Back in Sumu. Yes. There. When I come your way again, bye bye. It might be somebody else that's coming. Do you get it now? Yes. Tell me another side. Okay. Until when I come your way again, it's bye for now. Don't worry. It doesn't matter how you know. If you're ready, make a signal. Oh yeah. And that was Samuel Adeyinka from Music Department, Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. And with that, you are come to the end of the program. Until you see me again, my name is Peter Olaniyan.